Hello, beautiful beings. Hope you're fantastic. I hope you're well. Today I was inspired to do an inner child reading, and I think a lot of the readings are going to be an inner child reading, actually. And also, if you would like to join me when I do the readings, you can go to my website. I'll leave the link in the description box, the direct link to the website, and you can download the cards for free. So they're downloadable and printable. So you can download them and print them. And I'll also upload how to print them, like the type of paper that you can print it on, and laminate them so that you can have your own. And every time we do readings, you can actually just pull out your own cards and make the reading make sense for you too, And I really love that. Yes, can I get an amen? So every time I say, you must count, every time I say, you must count one, two, I should call my videos, being with B, just kidding. Anyway, moving on swiftly. So we're going to start with Spirit Says. These are the cards where, if you don't know who's guiding you, if you don't know where the message is coming from, because we always sometimes think that the message is coming from one person, Spirit Says actually tells you where the message is coming from. So I'm just going to pull a card to see who's giving us the message today. There we go. I like that one. So your stepbrother. Your stepbrother. If you don't have a stepbrother, as usual, guys, if it does not resonate with you, we can always move on. We can always move on. I'm not saying you've got a stepbrother. This message is specifically for those who might have a stepbrother, or if you don't have a stepbrother, you can still listen to the message and take the parts that resonate and leave the other parts if it's not for you. Or if it's completely not for you, then let it go. Absolutely let it go. So also, if you have the stepbrother, even if, for example, you don't get along with your stepbrother, you must know that this is their higher self giving you a message. This is their higher selves trying to tell you something and giving you a message today. So let's see what the message is today. So I'm using, what do they call these ones? This is not the fiction, but this is your inner child giving you a message, basically. So I call them the page, because pages are the original page cards are about the messengers. So I call it the inner child page of cards, where they'll give you a message of what to do, and I love them. And these ones are actually based on it's a free product, so I'm not selling it. They're based on, like, the little kitties things that we love, like hot chocolate, just s'mores, and you can just get your message from there. So, oopsie, there's one that just flew. The message from, wow, that's funny. The message from your stepbrother is, higher self, or stepbrother is, there's more to life, so enjoy it. There's small to life, so enjoy it. So basically, I think you worry too much. You're always wanting things to work perfectly, maybe sometimes. So your stepbrother is saying you worry too much about things. Let some things go, like be what's that Frozen, like, let it go, let it go. We can't solve everything in one day, or the world's problems in one day, So chill, have fun, eat what you like. For example, like s'mores. That if you enjoy like a certain food, when don't now indulge on things that are not good for you, that are unhealthy. But if you're feeling a little down and you can feel your inner child, is not feeling well today because they were triggered, give them a small. Give them something, give them something that they'll need or they'll like. I like eating jelly babies. So I don't eat them a lot, but I just like eating jelly babies. And I know I'll be sweet by jelly babies, and also ice cream. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Another thing is I love swings. So then, there's more to life. So whether you're stressed, remember there's more to life. So there's more to life to whatever you're doing. So take a deep breath and give your inner child, who's probably triggered at that moment, give them what they need. Ask for them. What is it right now that you'd like to need for us to be in a better state? For us to get that. There's thunder and lightning outside. I'm sure you can hear it. Can I get an amen? The thunder is just giving me. Can I get an amen? I really love this thing. So yes. So give the inner child what it wants. Not because you're giving into it, to heal it, to soothe it. And I want to say something, because sometimes I also have this tendency of thinking that my inner child is like a little spoiled brat. No, what are you giving to? You're giving into your healed inner child. So that's why it is important for us to reparent our inner child and give it And because when you give it, the inner child, what it wants, you're not, for example, sometimes it would want to shout at somebody and cry and be triggered. You're not giving into that. You're giving into the healed version of your inner child. That's what you're giving into. So you're going to give to the healed version and say, oh, okay, what I really need right now is to get out of this stressful situation because I cannot handle it, because there's a lot of shouting and there's a lot of emotions going on. And I just want to take a step back, breathe, relax, gather my thoughts and come back, with clear thoughts. Or I hope your inner child is that smart, because mine is very smart. And listen to my intuition and let things flow. So that's what I'm talking about. So if that moment for you is eating ice cream, so that you then ice cream and so that you get to that point, then please do that. If it's eating jelly babies, then please do that. So that then, you have this healed inner child within you. So what is I call these ones affection. What affection would you give your inner child? We've been speaking about these moments, in that distressed moment or that wounded moment that they're having, where now you're being told there's more to life. There's literally more to life than what we think there is. So it says, I let my inner child feel joy. So let your inner child feel joy at that moment. Let your inner child feel joy. And I would like about these cards is they give you the situation of what's happening. So they give you the message. They tell you what not feeling that the child must have, and then the third one is always like, what is your intention? What is your inspired action that you need to do right now? So you could be going for ice cream, but we can see what the cards are saying. So if you actually download all the cards, we do this together, and your specific message, and that's what I like about this. You'd know your specific message when we say, okay, we start now with the spirit says. Then we go to the page and the message it has for me. Then we go to the affection and the emotion that I should have. And then the last thing we're going to have is what is the inspired action that I need to have. And so I let my inner child feel joy. So let your inner child feel joy. And that's why then it's important, it needs to know, it needs you to know that there's more to life. Feel that joy, feel that happiness. Don't be stressed about it. There's a lot of things that are happening in the world right now. This is February 2025. There's a lot of things that are happening in the world. There's a lot of things that's stressing us. There's a lot of things. And I could write a whole book. I could have a whole episode, maybe I should, about how we are led by people who have wounded inner child within them right now. And I think I'm going to wait for everything to die down. And I'm actually going to do that. Because I looked at like three, I actually looked at Hitler's childhood. And I looked at Wood's childhood and somebody else, I think. And I realized that a lot of them, it's actually their inner child speaking out. And when you have these people having power these days, then that inner child will amplify, obviously. If our managers at work, in a situation and they're triggered, their inner child will amplify. You'll start seeing it. And that's why now, there was a time when I was studying my psychology degree, I used to look at people with their, what is that, this DSM 5 or 4 at that time, 4 I think, with their personality disorders. So once I understood someone's personality disorder, and then I'm like, okay, this is how then I can relate to this person, because now I see. And I'm not saying I see the wounded parts of them. I see, it makes me understand why they're acting in a certain way. And there were times, I wasn't a counselor, I'm not a counselor, so there were times where I would like try to weave it in. I'm like, have you ever considered XYZ? Have you ever considered and thought of XYZ, because you're doing this and that and this and that. And they'll be like, oh, you know what, I never thought of it, actually, because at that point I could see them through their, their personality disorders. And these days, I think I look at a lot of people through their inner child. And I'm like, there's an inner teenager, inner child there that's yearning for something. And the reason, I think, as much as we call it the psyche of the inner child, it is our truest self is crying out. And I'll use the concept of the inner child, but it is our true essence of who we are that is crying out and asking us for help and shouting out and saying, please, please come back to your true north. Come back to who you are. Please reparent yourself or reprogram yourself to who you truly are. Because once you reprogram yourself to who you truly are, you will have a better experience here on earth. Because we're all souls having a human experience. So now your soul is like, if you could just get a little bit step by step, and it's a journey. It is a journey of us getting back there. We will get where we need to be and we will heal. And that's where personal growth and personal development comes from. is when we start having, healing ourselves, is when we start asking ourselves the relevant and real questions. That's what personal growth comes from. And that's what I think I love the framework that I have on personal growth and asking yourself the relevant questions. When you go and now, what's the word I'm looking for? Go and write in your journal about your inner child. The beauty about that framework is that it asks you the questions. And there was a day I was sitting and thinking, should I turn it into the free download ebook? Actually, you can find the link down on the description below. I'll put the link there. Is you can ask yourself relevant questions, and I thought to myself the other day, maybe I should turn them also into cards. Then you can cut the cards, and then if you don't know what you're going through, let the cards guide you to the question that you need to ask yourself. Let the cards guide you to the question that you perhaps should be asking at that moment in that situation. Then you'll be able to do those journal prompts and get into your inner child and get to the moment that you're currently having and get into your true north and get into your true self. So let's take the last card from I call it the inner child intentional card, intentional action. So what should you do in that situation? What should you do to feel the joy for your inner child, for who you are, and to get to that part of where there's more to life? Practice gentle self-talk when you feel criticized or insecure. Practice gentle self-talk when you feel criticized and insecure. Which goes very, very well with find the joy. Oh, now it's raining nicely. Find the joy within you. Feel that joy within you. And now when you're triggered. This happens especially when you're triggered. When something says something that makes you feel that, I don't feel like now I am 100%. Now this makes me feel insecure. And that insecurity also comes from your childhood. It comes from a trauma or limiting belief you have about yourself. So now when you do the work, when you ask yourself the questions, and when you just take that step back and realize there's more to life, more than that insecurity that you can work on, to feel that joy and laughter and peace, you will then be able to do the things you need to do. That's when your personal growth comes into it. That's when you start thriving as a person. That's when things don't affect you as much as they used to. That's when now you get to the state of awareness. Oh, the thunder and the lightning is agreeing with me completely here. So I'm definitely preaching today. So talk to yourself. Wow. Besides saying I love you to yourself, say you're fantastic. Sometimes you're so uncomfortable with saying you're fantastic, you're brilliant, you're good. So I'm gonna take one card here from, I think it's being intentional. It's the purple cards. So I've just moved from the inner child cards because I just need that affirmation that you need to have. When you do your self talk, if you don't know what to say to yourself, then pick one of these cards. I keep forgetting the name of these cards. Like there's 8 cards now that I have here that you can download. That being affirmation cards. Let's see, what is that? I speak my truth to myself. This is so beautiful. I speak my truth to myself. So speak the truth to yourself. You're fantastic. So even if someone criticizes you or makes you feel insecure, you know your truth. You know what's up. I'm brave, I'm bold, I'm beautiful. If someone says to you, oh, you're a little bit fat shaming you or whatever, or say no, because I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful, boo. I like the way I am. And sometimes you say, yes, I could work on certain things, but I'm not working on them because of insecurities. I'm working on them because I need to be health conscious. After I shifted my mindset because I used to go to gym and I feel anxiety going to gym. I have to go 3 times. But now I walk every day because of my kidney. Now I've shifted because I need to de-stress, because I need to not think hard. And I need to connect with nature. So now I walk because of a different reason, but I still do it. Gives me the exercise that I want and I need. So you know your truth. Speak that truth to yourself. And when you speak that truth to yourself, you will start feeling the joy. You'll start seeing that there's more to life. Seriously, way more to life than we see life in the way it is. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you got some aha moments. I hope that you got some enlightening moments. Uh, yeah, that's it from me. And don't forget to download the manifest. Sorry, I disconnected there for a second. I think the spirit was leaving. That was actually funny. To go and download the cards so that every time we pull cards and then you can do your own reading. You know, anytime you want to do your own reading so that you don't even have to wait for me to do readings, collective readings, then you can just do your own reading at home at your own time. So thank you so much. Have a fantastic day or evening or morning, whatever it is, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world, whatever date it is, because it's a timeless reading. And yeah, see you next time. I love those little singing endings. Cheers.